This is the best day of the year. To the Irish, cheers.
Now, it's very hard to pick one to really delight you in amongst all of this exciting whiskey. But as we've just tried a single grain, what I wanted to do now was give you something a little bit more quintessentially Irish.
Thumbs.
An Irish Glendalough pot still whiskey. So pot still is a really traditional style of Irish whiskey, okay? It's because the mash bill is made up of malted and unmalted barley. Now this is quite unusual, and this recipe goes back and back and back to historic political times when we were trying to be a little bit clever and maybe get away from some of the taxes that were imposed on us.
Okay.
But what we didn't realize was that it was going to really result in such a delicious liquid. This is triple distilled. It's 43% ABV. But if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you why we believe that this is one of the most special pot still Irish whiskies out there.
Okay.
And that goes back to Glendalough, where we are from.
Okay.
This product begins in American ex-bourbon, but it is finished in Irish oak.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's a first.
That's a little different. And what's also very special is that you can trace the forest that the tree came from.
Okay.
So there's a real traceability, there's a real sense of Glendalough. And basically for me, this is Glendalough in a bottle. Just while you're nosing this, I might tell you really briefly about the man on the bottle. And that is actually Saint Kevin. So he is a legend from Ireland. Basically, he gave up his life of privilege and wealth in search of nature and solitude.
Wow.
He found Glendalough, and actually he started a monastery there.
Wow.
That's still there to this day. So we're gonna have to get you over to Glendalough the next time so you can see it in person. He basically inspires our entire range from the gin to the whiskey because we try to take after him with patience and with nature.
Wow.
Now this is different.
Like, it's even more pronounced on the nose. A lot more nuttier, dusty notes. Again, good age there, but very pronounced.
Yeah.
The oak is speaking.
Yeah.
You know, you've got good casks in this, which I can tell they're active.
You're right.
Which is nice.
Yeah. So for me, what just screams from this is almonds.
Yeah.
If you like almond, and it's not even toasted almond, it's fresh almond. Like, you're really getting the freshness of the wood. But then again, on the palate, you're gonna get a little bit of a spicy undertone, and that's again the malted and unmalted barley singing through.
Absolutely, and the peanut shell, the skin, you know, lots of that as well.
Wow, yeah, you're so right.
Nose is brilliant.
Yeah.
Really
Okay,
good.
Let's see how it fares.
This is where I shed the tear. This is beautiful. This is really special. You can tell it's triple distilled. You can tell it's Irish.
Yeah.
There's a lovely complexity, a nice harmonious nature to the components,
Yeah.
and a really nice finish. And it goes on. Nice wood smoke in there as well. Yellow dried fruit, some Christmas spice.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna give you one more.
Yeah.
Just to finish us off.
Do we have to?
Are you all right with just one more?
So, dram number 3.
Dram number 3, and we are saving it for quite a special one. This one actually recently won double gold at the San Francisco International Spirits Competition.
Fantastic.
It's a special one for us. It's an age statement, 7-year-old single malt Irish whiskey.
Damn.
Now, what makes this special is that it begins in American ex-bourbon cask again. However, we finish it in Japanese Mizunara oak.
Okay.
This is a very complex whiskey. You're going to get some really interesting notes, both on the nose and on the palate. Now, for anyone who might not be familiar with Mizunara oak, it is almost the oak that you don't want to work with, because as most trees, you will know, grow straight up. This Mizunara grows all in and around itself. It is also one of the most porous woods in the entire world. However, even though it takes a lot of time and love from our distiller Rowdy to try and continue to keep the casks going, the flavor that it imparts is like nothing else. It is almost a liquid gold in and of itself.
It's so on the nose, it's like a liqueur. Again, indulgent, rich, thicker on the palate.
Yes.
And there's a lot in the mix in terms of quality, compounds, which with time is obviously going to oxidize and come out the glass.
So what I actually find particularly interesting about this is I love actually watching people's expressions when they get this whiskey, because for me, there's so many layers to it.
It is.
On the nose, you might be getting some exotic fruits and coconuts. However, on the taste, it's going to be sweet, but complex.
Yeah, there's like violets or heavy flowers, which I was picking up. Again, nice wood smoke, good oak, good quality oak.
Yeah.
So on the palate,
There's the face.
Wow. It's very giving.
Yes.
Wow. Again, waves of flavor.
This is one that you want to be able to sit and really enjoy. You're taking this in. One of our original founders, we had recently won an award for the best Irish single malt in the world.
Okay.
And our founder had heard about this incredible Mizunara oak. So he really wanted to be the first Irish whiskey to age in Mizunara oak. So he went to Hokkaido, to Japan, found this incredible cask master that specializes in Mizunara, basically knocked on the door with his single malt and was like, I make the best single malt in the world. You make the best Mizunara casks. Let's partner together. And in Japan, this red thread symbolizes almost like the seal of fate, or what's meant to be. So this is a symbol of the partnership and friendship that we have from Glendalough to Hokkaido in Japan.
That's so sweet. It's something delicate, but it commemorates something so strong, you know, a bond, and clearly, again, it works. You know, when you come together, put minds together, you create something fantastic. So
that's it, and that's what we're about. It's about trying to find the best woods in the world. Some of them are on our doorstep, like the pot still that you enjoyed earlier. Others, we're more than willing to travel to the corners of the world to try and find the best